you got this. And this is your last time you are going to mistrust yourself, mistrust the universe and your path. Because today we are going to go into the "oh yes, I've got this" formula, where we are actually going to skip the uncertainty. Because yes, of course, it does feel uncertain sometimes to, step into something very different or something new. It might feel uncertain when you haven't really touched on that type of energy or frequency from before. We do something very different, such as we are changing totally career, or we are meeting people that we are not used to, how kind, supportive, and loving people can be. That feels uncomfortable because we are not used to it. So there's a level of uncertainty lingering around here, and many times we can get very unsure, feel that we are like doubting the full process, doubting it all. Am I meant for this? Am I meant to have this good life? Am I meant to become this or that? Just because we are getting so unsure when things doesn't seem to evolve in the way that we want to, in the speed that we want to, or when things seem to, just crash down. Not to talk about the doubt we experience when we have manifested and really been clear of what we want, and we start to see that we lose a job, or our bike gets stolen, or nothing seems to work out for us. We still continue to be in this kind of low energy vibe. When we are in this moment of uncertainty, it's time for us to embrace the mystic and understand that the unknown is when you have golden opportunities to change your life to the better. I want to say one thing before we get into this "I got this" attitude, is that when we begin to worry, doubt, hesitate about our process and so forth, many times we can start to get into this kind of controlling behavior. We start to check our Instagram every single second if we got that new friend request from that post we sent, or we overdo every single task because we need that. In order for us to change, we need to put in the effort, and we need to get things going, and we need to be really productive. It is this kind of vibe that we usually use, that we are controlling, or we're pushing, or we're using effort, when we start to feel that we in one way or another lose the sense of control. We are not really sure where we are headed. We are not really sure what certain things mean. And sometimes, probably this is you have been starting to wonder if why has the universe gone silent on me, right? Or what is it that I don't seem to get? This is not helpful. It's not an approach that I want to have in my life any longer, and I don't think that maybe you want that either. I set the intention that today's video is about empowering yourself, because what I usually see when we talk about, understanding the unknown and so forth, there is still some lingering kind of vibration of, soothing yourself and cuddling yourself. And though that is really great, we should always nurture ourselves. That's not what I'm talking about. But sometimes I feel that we are still in this kind of hopelessness state in one way or another, and we just try to suit ourselves a little bit out of that vibration. But what we actually need is to commit to our own path, and commit and take the decision and decide that we are actually the ones who's creating our reality. So we don't need to ask our friend over and over for advice because we don't seem to be able to take that advice, right? So here comes to the first step of this formula, and that is to trust yourself, okay? In those moments when we feel that things are uncertain, when things are unsure, we begin to ask everyone else except of ourselves, and we get just more and more and more in doubt, and more and more and more in worry, because we have created this kind of internal feeling of that we are not to be trusted. That's actually something that we really need to look into if we feel that we many times need to pick up ourselves up, that we many times need to reassure ourselves that we are on the right path, that this is something for us, that this change is actually something that we are meant to explore and experience. This is us knowing and understanding that we have to begin to trust ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper. You trust yourself already, but it's just that you need to trust yourself a little bit more. Just because things are not happening in the way that we want to, or we don't see the results, when we start to feel uncertain about the path and start to question what's wrong with us, or what's wrong with this path, or is it something that I don't get, or is it something that I should just like give up on, all of that is you needing to build a closer relationship with yourself and your trust in yourself. You have to begin trust yourself that even though you navigate through the ebbs and flows, you are able to take yourself through this, and you are able to actually find and see the signals on the way that are the reroute signals, and also the signals that are directing to your path of alignment. I will be talking about self-trust a little bit more in the next video, so keep your eyes up. But I just want to say that start the dialogue with yourself and ask yourself already now, where in my life do I feel that I need to improve my relationship to my self-trust? Are there something in my past, for instance, where I felt that I didn't trust myself, and over and over I did things that I didn't listen to myself, or that I didn't listen to the signals, or maybe I said that I should do something, I should start with a certain type of workout practice, or I should eat something special or whatever, but it took me so long time to do that. All of those kind of signals is a signal for you not committing to yourself and letting yourself down in the past. And these can be something that has created this kind of internal feeling and dialogue of that I'm not to be trusted, because I don't do what I say I should do anyways. I don't do what I say is important for me, or what I feel is healthy for me, or is good for me, right? Next thing in the I got this formula is the question of, do you believe that you matter? And do you believe that you are the prize? Because if you believe that you matter, and if you believe that you are the prize, it doesn't really matter if you don't get that job. It doesn't matter if you, so to say, face rejection when someone don't want to meet you any longer, right? It doesn't really matter, because you are the prize. You know that, and you know that with a sense of love and kindness towards yourself. So because of that, you also know that either this was just a reroute and this was not for me, it was not in alignment, or I need to tune in more to how to make it more in alignment for the next time. And it's also for you to understand that since I am the prize, since I matter, there are an abundant opportunities for me. I truly believe that we have a new chance, and a new chance, and a new chance, and a new chance. You waking up every single morning shows that. It proves that. You every single second have a new chance because you are breathing. And due to that, we live in an abundant universe. And due to that, you matter. And what you can create and what you can have has so many opportunities for you. So if you miss, quote unquote, one chance, you will get a new one. I know that some people are like, you have to take the chances and all of that. Yeah, that chance, exactly that creation of reality, maybe that chance is lost in one way or another, but you will get a new chance. Okay, you will always get new chances. So do you believe that you matter? Do you believe that you are the prize? Do you believe that when people find your work application, or when people find you on a dating app, do you believe that when people pick that up, they're just like, I gotta call her directly because I don't want her to be a second more on the work market. We want her in our company. We need her in our company. We need to call her directly, right? Do you believe that you are the prize, that people are just like, okay, I'm gonna prioritize this person because this person is a big deal for me? Do you believe that you matter? Ask yourself that. And this is essentially always tuning into our results. Do you matter to you? Do you feel that you matter to yourself every single day? If you feel, there are things that I kind of can improve, go ahead and do that, because it is so empowering and is so strengthening, and that is making you feel that you are reassured every single day. You don't need to reassure yourself that you are on your path, because you will just walk in power. Momentum is one of our greatest guides, okay? Creating the progress and feeling that we are lacking progress is one of the most reasons why we feel uncertain, why we start to question, and why we start to doubt, hesitate, worry around our situation and around our change that we want to make for ourselves. When we create momentum, we are compounding our energy, and our progress gets just better and better and better because we are in alignment. When we have lack of progress, is because we are going around in the same pattern, we are taking action, but usually we're not taking inspired action. I've actually created a 4-day freebie where you will get guided in creating momentum so that you can enter your dream life now. It's important for us to start to understand that we are not waiting for our dream life. We are out there having fun, and our dream life comes to us. So that's why I created that freebie. It's so fun. I have the links in the description. Check it out if you want to. But this is really important for us in order for us to get the momentum going, okay? So when we are in a phase and period of change and phase and period of, I don't really know what I'm going towards. As I said in the beginning, maybe there's something very new. You haven't had that level of abundance before. You haven't had that level of happiness before. You haven't had that level of play before. It's unusual. It's something that you really don't really know what to tap into. And due to that, it's so important that we also do things different, because in this version of you, you didn't have those parts. So of course, we need to break that pattern and begin to create the momentum instead. Do you explore in a safe space? Last time I was talking about our comfort zone and how we have to be in a safe space with ourselves in order for us to be able to stretch outside of our comfort zone. This is a little bit similar, but this is more so talking about the kind of safety that we feel with the universe. Many times we start to question and ask, like, what is the universe saying here? What does it signals to me? Like, you are the universe. You are in co-creation. You are one with universe. So what are you saying to you? We have to be able to leave room for ourselves so that we can explore in a safe space. And this safe space is in regards to that we have to create the relationship with that we are not on it all the time, right? We are pushing, we're asking, we're questioning, we are hello, did it come in yet? Hello, what is happening? Hello, you know? And when we continue to be in that vibration, we don't create a safe environment, and we don't create a safe and healthy relationship with ourselves and with the universe. So those energies gotta go. So make sure that you also give yourself space to actually flourish. Give yourself an environment to flourish in. And how does that look like for you? Does it look like that instead for asking yourself like, hello, when is it coming? You maybe start to ask yourself like, hello, what's more? How you carry yourself is super important and the next step of this formula. Because will worrying help anyways, right? When I begin to have that question towards myself and just like, how will worry help me in this situation right now actually? Like if I'm already a little bit nervous, if I'm already a little bit unsure, if I already feel a little bit like, where am I going? What is happening? What should I do? Why should I worry more? Like, how is that even helping me? And when I begin to actually carry myself in another way and saying like, it's not helpful, you know, how is actually worrying helping me in this situation? And I became very real with that. So when I got that worrying feeling, for instance, or that feeling of doubt, I begin to ask myself that, okay, how is this helpful right now? Well, I sure think actually that other things are helpful, like taking a decision is more helpful in this way, or, just taking a day off and nurturing myself is more helpful today. Really tune into if this is helpful for you. You know that you are a clever and smart person, so you know, of course, that is not more helpful for you. But sometimes it's just that we have to begin to start to have that dialogue and maybe even say that out loud to ourselves. Have that habit. Begin with that habit. When you feel worried, start to ask yourself like, wait a minute. Is this helpful? Or is there another energy, another vibration that is more helpful for me in this situation so that I can carry myself in another way, so I can carry myself in a more empowered way? And then we are to the last, and that is self-boost and self-talk. self-talk. In order for you to reassure yourself and feel that you are really like embracing the unknown, believing in yourself, believing in your path ahead, no matter what is happening around you, finding the direction, finding the clarity, all of that, in order for you to do that, you have to begin to boost yourself even more than you do today. Okay, I want you to take the next step in your self-talk. I want you to take the next step in your self-boost. Think about yourself. You probably one time started the habit of questioning yourself, doubting yourself, asking like, is this really wise right now? Is this really good right now? Or maybe I should not do this. You started that loop, right? So you can do the same, but with a boosted self-talk instead. Wow, great, this goes great for me. I want you to start for 1 week straight. Okay, this is your lesson for today. 1 week straight. I want you to every single task, after every single task that you do throughout your day, you're going to boost yourself. You're going to just like, okay, I did this today, amazing, wow, okay, great, next thing. You're going to just like get into the habit, and it doesn't really have to be, so thought through, or what should I say, or it feels a little bit fake. Like, don't pay attention to that. Just pay attention to that you begin with the habit of talking good to yourself and talking yourself up instead of talking yourself down. And then you can tweak it after a week, and then you can be a little bit more intentional, but just set the ball rolling this week to begin to boost yourself, begin to celebrate yourself. Wow, I did this. Wow, I did this amazing. Wow, it felt so easy in this task. Wow, it felt so fun in this task. Way me, yay me. Oh my God, I'm ahead of this week already. Yay me, I feel so on point. Yay me, feel so empowered today. Yay me, I feel so kind today. Yay me, I feel that I'm loving myself so much today, right? Like really get into this kind of boost. Like after every single task, boost yourself, talk yourself up instead of talking yourself down. So what we also need when we go through our seasons of change is also to stretch our comfort zone. So I have a video around that if you want to check it out. And also, of course, I'll leave the link for my freebie, as I talked about in the beginning, about entering your dream life, in the description. So see you next time. Mwah.